Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy is a book about time management and productivity. It provides 21 practical strategies to stop procrastinating and get more important work done. Chapter 1. Set the Table. This chapter focuses on the importance of clarity in goal setting. Tracy explains that most people fail to achieve their goals because they are not specific enough about what they want. He suggests a simple but effective 7-step process for setting goals. 1. Decide exactly what you want. 2. Write it down. 3. Set a deadline. 4. Make a list of tasks. 5. Organize the list by priority. 6. Take action immediately. And 7. Resolve to do something every day that moves you toward your goal. These steps ensure that you always have a clear path and keep you motivated. Writing down your goals is especially powerful because it forces you to be clear and committed. Without clarity, it's easy to get distracted. Chapter 2. Plan every day in advance. Tracy emphasizes that every minute spent planning saves 10 minutes in execution. He argues that the most successful people plan their day in advance, usually the night before. This preparation allows them to wake up knowing exactly what needs to be done. The chapter advises creating a to-do list for each day, week, and month, then prioritizing those tasks. A well-organized list helps you focus on the most important activities rather than being reactive to distractions. Tracy also highlights the 10/90ths rule, which states that the first 10% of time you spend planning will save you 90% of the time during execution. Planning ahead creates a sense of control, leading to increased productivity. Chapter 3. Apply the 80/20ths rule to everything. The 80/20ths rule, or Pareto principle, suggests that 20% of your activities will account for 80% of your results. Tracy advises focusing on the few tasks that make the most significant difference to your goals. In this chapter, he explains that not all tasks are equal, and some activities are far more valuable than others. By identifying your most important tasks and prioritizing them, you will see significant progress. Tracy explains that the hardest or most important tasks, the frogs, should be done first, as they bring the highest rewards. The chapter encourages analyzing your to-do list and identifying the critical 20% that will generate 80% of your results. Chapter 4. Consider the consequences. This chapter delves into long-term thinking. Tracy urges readers to consider the consequences of their actions and decisions. Successful people are those who are constantly thinking about the future and the long-term impact of their choices. He recommends making decisions based on what will benefit you the most in the long run, rather than focusing on short-term comfort. Tracy introduces the law of forced efficiency, which means that you only have enough time to do the most important things. This law encourages you to focus on tasks with long-term positive consequences, as they will bring the most value to your life and career. Chapter 5. Practice the ABCDE method continually. Tracy introduces the ABCDE method as a way to prioritize tasks. Here's how it works. A tasks are the most important and must be done. B tasks are important but not urgent. C tasks are nice to do but not essential. D tasks can be delegated, and E tasks should be eliminated altogether. Tracy emphasizes that you must complete your A tasks before moving on to anything else. This method forces you to prioritize your day based on the importance and urgency of each task. By categorizing tasks in this way, you can avoid spending too much time on unimportant activities. Chapter 6. Focus on key result areas. Key result areas, KRAs, are the essential tasks that you are responsible for in your work. Tracy explains that these areas define your success in your role, and neglecting them can lead to poor performance. For example, a manager's KRAs might include leadership, communication, and project management. Tracy advises regularly reviewing your KRAs and identifying areas where you need improvement. He stresses the importance of focusing on the areas that have the greatest impact on your results. By consistently improving your performance in these areas, you will increase your value and effectiveness. Chapter 7. Obey the Law of Forced Efficiency. The law of forced efficiency states that there is never enough time to do everything, but there is always enough time to do the most important things. Tracy argues that you must accept that you can't do everything and focus on the tasks that bring the highest value. He advises eliminating or delegating low-priority tasks and concentrating your energy on the essential activities. Tracy explains that success comes from doing fewer things but focusing on the right things. By following this principle, you will maximize your efficiency and productivity. Chapter 8. Prepare thoroughly before you begin. Preparation is key to success in any task. Tracy advises spending time preparing everything you need before starting a major task. This could mean organizing materials, making a plan, or gathering the necessary tools. When you're well prepared, you can work more efficiently and avoid unnecessary interruptions. Tracy compares it to laying the groundwork for a building. Without a solid foundation, your work will collapse. He emphasizes that successful people spend more time preparing so that their execution is smoother and faster. Chapter 9. Do your homework. This chapter focuses on the importance of continuous learning and preparation. Tracy explains that the more knowledge and skill you have, the more efficiently you can tackle tasks. He encourages lifelong learning and suggests spending at least 30 minutes a day reading in your field. Tracy also advises taking courses, attending seminars, and seeking mentorship from experts. By constantly upgrading your skills, you can handle more complex tasks and become more valuable in your career. Knowledge allows you to make better decisions and complete tasks faster, increasing your overall productivity. Chapter 10. Leverage your special talents. Tracy believes that everyone has unique strengths and talents, and by leveraging these, you can achieve greater success. He advises identifying your strengths and finding ways to use them in your daily work. By focusing on what you're good at, you'll enjoy your work more and be more productive. Tracy explains that success often comes from maximizing your strengths rather than trying to improve your weaknesses. He suggests asking yourself, what am I really good at? And then focusing on developing those skills further. Chapter 11. Identify your most important constraints. In this chapter, Tracy discusses the concept of constraints, which are the factors that limit your progress. He encourages readers to identify the bottlenecks or obstacles that are slowing them down. By eliminating these constraints, you can speed up your progress and achieve your goals faster. Tracy advises asking yourself what is holding you back, whether it's a lack of knowledge, a certain skill, or a particular resource. Once you identify the constraint, you can focus on removing it to move forward more efficiently. Chapter 12. Take it one oil barrel at a time. This chapter uses the metaphor of crossing a desert by moving from one oil barrel to the next, which were placed at intervals as markers. Tracy explains that when you're working on a big goal, it can feel overwhelming, but by breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps, it becomes more achievable. He advises focusing on completing one task at a time rather than getting overwhelmed by the bigger picture. This method keeps you moving forward and builds momentum, which is crucial for long-term success. Chapter 13. Put the pressure on yourself. Tracy believes that self-imposed deadlines are powerful tools for increasing productivity. He explains that successful people set high standards for themselves and push themselves to achieve more. Tracy advises creating artificial deadlines and treating them as real, which helps to maintain a sense of urgency. By setting tight deadlines, you'll force yourself to work faster and more efficiently. Tracy explains that waiting for external pressure to motivate you is risky, as it might never come. Instead, take responsibility and create your own pressure to get things done. Chapter 14. Maximize your personal powers. This chapter focuses on the importance of maintaining high energy levels to maximize productivity. Tracy explains that your ability to perform at your best depends on your physical and mental well-being. He advises getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, and exercising regularly to keep your energy levels high. Tracy also emphasizes the importance of managing stress and taking breaks to recharge. By maintaining your personal health, you'll be more productive and better able to handle challenges. Chapter 15. Motivate yourself into action. Tracy stresses the importance of self-motivation in achieving success. He explains that no one will push you to achieve your goals. You must find ways to motivate yourself. Tracy advises using positive affirmations, visualizing your success, and focusing on the rewards of completing your tasks. By keeping your goals in mind and maintaining a positive attitude, you can overcome procrastination and stay motivated to take action. Chapter 16. Practice creative procrastination. Tracy introduces the concept of creative procrastination, which involves deliberately procrastinating on low-value tasks to focus on high-value ones. He explains that since you can't do everything, it's better to consciously choose what to ignore. Tracy advises identifying tasks that don't contribute to your long-term goals and putting them off. This allows you to focus your time and energy on the most important tasks. By practicing creative procrastination, you can avoid getting bogged down by trivial activities. Chapter 17. Do the most difficult task. First, this chapter reinforces the core principle of the book, eat that frog, or do the most challenging task first. Tracy explains that the biggest, hardest task often has the greatest positive impact on your success. He advises tackling the hardest task first thing in the morning, when your energy and willpower are at their peak. Once you complete this task, the rest of the day will feel easier, and you'll gain a sense of accomplishment that motivates you to keep going. Chapter 18. Slice and Dice. The task. Tracy discusses the importance of breaking down large tasks into smaller, manageable pieces. He explains that when faced with a daunting project, it can be helpful to divide it into smaller steps or slices. This technique makes the task less overwhelming and allows you to focus on one piece at a time. By slicing and dicing your tasks, you'll find it easier to get started and make progress, which is essential for maintaining momentum and motivation. Chapter 19. Create a ritual. In this chapter, Tracy emphasizes the importance of establishing daily rituals or routines to enhance productivity. He explains that rituals help automate decision-making and create a sense of structure in your day. Tracy advises identifying the key activities that contribute to your success and turning them into rituals. For example, setting aside specific times for exercise, planning, and work can create a productive rhythm. Rituals help you stay disciplined and focused, making it easier to achieve your goals consistently. Chapter 20. Develop a sense of urgency. Tracy discusses the importance of urgency in achieving your goals. He explains that successful people have a sense of urgency about their work and are driven to take immediate action. Tracy advises developing this sense of urgency by setting tight deadlines and pushing yourself to act quickly. He emphasizes that waiting for the right moment often leads to missed opportunities. By creating a culture of urgency, you'll be more productive and more likely to achieve your goals. Chapter 21. Single-handle every task. The final chapter emphasizes the importance of focusing on one task at a time until it is completed. Tracy explains that multitasking often leads to decreased productivity and increased errors. He encourages readers to commit to finishing one task before moving on to the next. This practice, known as single-handling, promotes efficiency and ensures that you dedicate your full attention to the task at hand. By focusing solely on one task until completion, you'll find that you finish work faster and with better quality. Now, why should you read this book, Eat That Frog? By Brian Tracy is a transformative book centered on enhancing productivity and mastering time management. The title refers to the idea that if you start your day by tackling your most challenging task, referred to as eating the frog, you will feel a sense of accomplishment that carries throughout the day. The book provides actionable strategies to prioritize tasks effectively, urging readers to identify their most important goals and focus on completing them first. Tracy explores the psychology behind procrastination, helping readers understand why they delay important tasks and offering practical techniques to overcome this habit. By applying the principles from the book, you can significantly boost your productivity, making better use of your time and energy. Furthermore, Tracy emphasizes cultivating a positive mindset, which is essential for sustaining motivation and achieving long-term success. Overall, Eat That Frog serves as a straightforward and empowering guide, encouraging readers to take control of their time and achieve their goals more efficiently.